The term asexual reproduction used for organisms with simple organization. Yes. Then what is vegetative reproduction? Vegetative reproduction. Yes. Vegetative reproduction is a term used for asexual mode of reproduction observed in plants. Right? So, what is meant by asexual reproduction? In asexual reproduction, there is involvement of only a single parent, right? Now, when a plant opts for vegetative reproduction, the single plant, it produces new offspring through special structures called vegetative propagules. Yes. So, vegetative propagule is the special structure that you find on a plant through which it can produce new offspring. Now, let us see some examples of these vegetative propagules. We will take the example of potato. Potato has a modified stem called tuber. Now, if you look at the tuber, on the tuber you have structures called eyes, and each eye, from each eye a new plantlet can be produced, right. That means, this eye is the vegetative propagule which is giving rise to a new offspring. Likewise, ginger. Ginger has a modified stem called rhizome. Now, this stem, it has adventitious roots as well, and from this stem new plantlets arise from the nodes. So, nodes will be the, so rhizome will be the vegetative propagule. From the nodes of the rhizome, new plantlets will arise. The third example is agave. Agave produces propagules called, special structures called bulbils. Now, through bulbils, a new plantlet will arise. The next example is water hyacinth or Iconia. Iconia reproduces with the help of special modified branch called as offset. Now, coming to bryophyllum. Bryophyllum reproduces with the help of adventitious buds located on the leaf notches. So, my dear friends, bryophyllum is not an example of modified stem, not an example of modified stem, but in bryophyllum the edges of the leaves will have some notch like structures. Each of the notch will have an adventitious bud. From this adventitious bud a new plantlet will arise, right. So, here the leaf itself is the vegetative propagule. From the leaves, notches of the leaves, adventitious buds will give rise to new plantlets like this. Now, coming to the next modification of stem is a runner. A runner is a horizontal stem that runs just below the soil. Now, every time the parent plant dies, from the node of this runner a new plantlet will arise. Example of runner is oxalis and other grasses. Stolon. Stolon is a special type of stem that grows just above or below the soil. This stem grows in upward direction for a while, and after some time when it comes in contact with soil, this will produce a new plantlet. So, a stolon is a special stem that grows in an upward direction initially from the base of the plant, and then it will bend whenever it touches the soil, it gives rise to a new plantlet. Example of stolon is fragaria and jasmine. Next one is a sucker. In sucker you can see example of sucker is chrysanthemum and mint. Sucker is the special modified stem that is produced from the base of the stem just below the soil. This stem will grow in horizontally for a while, and all of a sudden it grows oblique and it produces a new plantlet. This is the modified stem of chrysanthemum. Another example of sucker is mint. So, my dear friends, in all these examples we were talking about whether it is a tuber of potato, rhizome of ginger, bulbil of agave or runner of oxalis, stolon of fragaria or jasmine, sucker of chrysanthemum or mint. All these are the special names given to the modified stems that are acting as vegetative propagules. Now, from this modified stem, you have a special point called the node. It is from this node a new plantlet will arise. Now, let us solve a question based on this. Which is the site of origin of a new plantlet in a potato, dahlia, ginger and banana? All the 4 examples are the examples of those plants which produce special structures called vegetative propagules. Now, the question is, if you take the example of potato, from every part of the potato new plantlet cannot arise. Each plantlet will arise from special structures called eyes. Yes, so you know that. Now, if you ask yourself the question, why only at the location of eyes, why not at the other places? That is because eyes are nothing but the nodes of the stem. It is from the node of the modified stem a new plantlet can arise, but not between the nodes or away from the nodes. So, here what is the site of origin of a new plantlet in a modified stem like potato, ginger, banana, dahlia? It is the node of the modified stem. It is not the adventitious bud, it is not an internode, it is not a floral bud. So, the right answer is from the nodes of the modified stems new plantlets will arise, right. That is all.